G'day, this is Jason here from ForexPipSnager and ForexUturn. Today is September 19th. It's a Monday and it's 2011, and let's get right into it. Okay, so here is the ForexPipSnager 5-minute chart here. Okay, here is 10 o'clock GMT. Already updated the filter by going to the 1 hour, then back to the 5, which I tell you to do every day before you start trading. Okay, got a little drink there. Okay, so anyway, our first setup of the day would have been right in here, but it was not a setup because it was too close to this support right here. Okay, and let me just take the auto scroll off and look what she did, eh? She came down through it a little bit, made one of those square boxes I was telling you about, and went the other way. But there was no entry because to this support right here, there was only 15 pips. There was no trade there. Then it would have gave the second opportunity to sell was right here. But again, there was no opportunity to sell because this resistance right here. And sure enough, it bounced off it within a few pips right here, okay? So we had to wait for price to break through this support, this double bottom support level, okay, which it did in the US session. So all that you could basically do is sell some rallies here on the way down. It didn't go very far, only about 60 pips. It was kind of a boring day. So there wasn't much setups in all honesty today. So we'll just move on now to the 1 minute. I'm sure we might get some there. Okay, so we'll put the auto scroll back on. We'll go to the 1 minute. We'll go 1 hour. We'll grab that and put it at 9 GMT. Go to the 1 minute, take the auto scroll off, and let's go back and find 9 o'clock. There it is. There it is. There she be. Okay, so right here, okay, was some resistance. And then again, right there. But this was stronger resistance here. So we cleanly broke through both resistance points, came up and came back down. But there was no trade there because it had already moved too far, too many bars. There was no trade. All the way up it went. There was no trade. Okay, and then the next opportunity, which was at 11:27, or hold on, what about up here? No, there was no trade up here either. It was too close to resistance. And this is past our window of opportunity to trade, which is 2 hours. So there was no setup. Well, that really sucks, doesn't it? It does. No, I don't want that. Delete. Delete. Okay, so there was no setups on the 1 minute either. Son of a gun. Okay, so let's move on to the pound. And the pound, it started right here, 10 o'clock GMT. The filter did not line up until over here. There was no, the only thing you could have did was maybe buy a dip in here somewhere. And you didn't get much out of it. And then it crossed again here. The filter did not line up. It crossed up here. Let's see. Let's look at this now in real time. Yes, yes, yes. So from right here, okay, yeah, it was only 15 pips and only 22 at the top. So there was no trade here. We need at least 25 pips, ladies and gentlemen, from the entry point to resistance to do the trade. There was no trade there, okay? Then when we got the cross back down again from the trigger under the trend, the filter did not line up again. So it did not turn red until like over here. So the only thing you could have done today was sell when it went back into the trigger line right here at about 16:10, which is 10 minutes after 9. And if you did, you got rewarded nicely. It's about 50, 60 pips to the bottom. Okay, so that's it for the pound for the snagger. And let's now move on to the Swiss. Okay, the Swiss, same deal, crazy stuff. Okay, do we have a trade right in here? Yes, we do. Here was your entry to get long right here. There's no selling here. The filter was blue all day. Once we broke through this resistance right here, um, there was no trade. It just went too far, too fast. Never retraced into the trigger line, but it did over here. So right here at 15:25, which is 25 minutes after 8 Eastern Standard Time, we had a buy signal right here. Okay, so our stop would have been around 20 pips, and you got about 40 pips to the top. So you got a 2-to-1 ratio or 1-to-1, and it would have worked out well for you. Okay, let's now go and look at the ForexUturn setups. Okay, talking a little fast here because I did this a little bit late, and I need to go and get an oil change in my car and pick up my new PC. Okay, so anyway, let's get on to the ForexUturn setups. Okay, so it gave a deceiving W here on the euro to buy, but the filter was red. So aggressive traders, if you went long here, well, it came down and it took out your stop. Conservative traders, you ignored that trade, and there was no trade actually here anywhere today. The last trade was up here, selling 100, 200, 300 pips ago. Okay, so let's look at the pound now. The pound, well, that's a different story. It gave a perfect W formation to buy in here. So if aggressive traders did buy here today, well, it didn't really go anywhere. You might have got a few pips, and it turned around went the other way. They got your stop. Then it turned into an M here, and definitely the filter did agree with the trade. You would have got short somewhere in here, and you would have made a few pips on that. And anyway, so that's it for the setups for today, Monday, September 19th, 2011. We'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday.